New Mexico is becoming ground zero for filmmaking, almost $1 billion a year in films just last year. And sometimes film festivals are more important than ever because they launch giant careers, such as the Las Cruces International Film Festival. Joining me now is a man with such a story, Ed Stone. Ed, it is good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Okay, so a fellow New Mexican.
Yes.
Tucumcari High School.
Tucumcari, go Rattlers.
Go Rattlers.
Yep.
Okay, near Ute Lake where I spent my summers. But you went on to a film festival with a little movie you wrote, you directed. Tell us about that little movie.
Okay, the little one, I didn't direct. I wrote and produced, and another guy directed, my guy named Mark directed it. It was a movie called Happy Texas, and he wanted to be a director. He was selling toupees by phone. I wanted to be a writer. I was waiting tables at Tony Roma's, and he had 35 grand. And he said, can you write me a movie that we can make for 35 grand? We'll get all of our friends and we'll go make it in the desert. And I said, yes, we'll go do that. So we wrote the script. It went to the agencies. More people got excited about it. We got a phone call from William H. Macy one afternoon saying, I want to play the sheriff. And we said, well, the sheriff is a 300-pound guy, but thanks for calling. And we hung up, and we went, what are we doing? What are we, call him back, call him back, call him back. So we called him back, and he played the sheriff, and he said, I'm going to play him as a 300-pound guy, but I'm going to play him in this body. It was amazing. And so anyway, we wrote it. We got a lot more money to go make it, and we went to the Sundance Film Festival, and at the time, it broke the record for the biggest sale in Sundance history. We sold it to Miramax Films and for a bunch of money.
So you took your movie for $35,000 that you shot in the desert.
Okay, we were going to make it for $35,000, and then William H. Macy said I want to be in it, and then Ron Perlman said I wanted to be in it, and then Jeremy Northam said I wanted to be in it, and now it got bigger and bigger. So we had about $1.6 million to go make it.
So you had producers calling you,
yes,
basically bidding on it.
Yes,
from a script you wrote.
yes.
Okay, so I guess you left the job at Tony Roma's at this point.
I did, but I keep calling just in case I need to go back. I call him just to make sure, because if you're listening, Tony, I might need to come back.
So Ed, then Happy Texas led to even more big films.
Right.
Tell us about those.
While we were at the Sundance Film Festival, got a call from Steven Spielberg. He wanted to see the movie. He sent his jet to pick up a copy, watched it in the afternoon, sent the jet back that night so we could screen it the next morning. And it was my first meeting. It was my first Hollywood job. I wrote a movie for DreamWorks for Steven Spielberg, and it was all of a sudden I was in Magic Land. I was in the Emerald City. I'd done the whole Yellow Brick Road thing, so I haven't waited at tables since.
Paws of Fury.
Yes.
You wrote that.
I did. I did write it.
Wow. I did not see that coming.
So Paws of Fury was based on Blazing Saddles. So the producers had gone to Mel Brooks and got permission to do an animated version of it. And then they had what's called a bake-off. And they invited like 44 writers to come in and pitch how they would do the movie. And I won the bake-off. And so it took many, many years, many more than it should have, because it was an independently financed film. But it came out a really nice movie. I call it a nice little movie, but it got an amazing cast. It was kind of crazy.
I have something to tell you. I am your father. What? No, I'm not.
Ed, fellow New Mexican, who's made it big, and what a wonderful man.
I've made it medium. I made it medium.
Spielberg qualifies as big. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.